the morning of January 19, and I'm just documenting from a different point of view. I got my roofers working out this corner panel, and if I can grab the camera correctly, if I fall and dive, this will be my last video recording. And I've got another roofer working out a corner with the old roofing right here. It's the same roofing material that was used 2 years ago on this roof. The only difference is that I had to buy 5 bundles of lighter colored gray because I made a mistake. Yes, I made a mistake on the roof color for the workshop. Notice how the light grays are very light. So I didn't do a color match because I didn't think that it would be a big deal. Wrong. Anyway, better safe. Anyway, it's a workshop. It's separate. This one had to be more exact. So if you notice, there's a little sheen on the new one, but in 2 years, it'll all look the same. So the reason for my video really has to do with my cupola base. So I spent the last day just working this out. The inside is completely finished. That is because this is going to take all my vents and consolidate them, and that means that plumbing vents are also going up here, as well as for the water heater and for the furnace. So because of the high humidity, I want to make sure that we have great protection. So everything has been primed twice, caulked with silicone, and I have to still put on a finish coat of paint on the inside. Primer does a good job as far as keeping the water out, but it's not permanent. So but finish coat's the way to go, but I want to make sure I get good adhesion so it's all primered up. Anyway, just as much work was done on the underside in order to mount this. I actually had to take out the beneath here. There's actually some blocking. I needed to remove that blocking so that I have adequate space to drill plenty of holes. This is going to be the main plumbing vent area for the rest of this part of the building. You can see the cupola down below. This is the old, well, you can see where we had a little adhesion failure. That had to do with the cold weather this year. So if we start applying this and it's too cold, this polymeric material that we used does not stick. So this part didn't really matter a whole lot. The piece that mattered was getting good adhesion below. Didn't that look nice and clean? Nasty. Anyway, yep, roofing. We had some serious winds about a week ago, and it blew a lot of the old. If you notice, the old roofing tiles, they have the corners docked off at the top. The new ones right here, not so much, but they all look the same when you're all done. Anyway, that is it. I'm hoping that with the little bit of roofing, this is all the roofing material we have left, minus a couple squares. Well, excuse me. I think we have 3 or 4 bundles left of, like I said, the old material. You may wonder why all the plywood on the ground. Well, it gets muddy and nasty, and in order for us to get around, I just use all this old construction plywood that we have and lay it down so we don't have to walk on the mud and drag it in places that we're going to be working.